Hi there, and welcome to Mr. South Whidbey's Message of Gratitude. I'm Sue Frause, and unlike the past 14 years when the Mr. South Whidbey Pageant has packed Freeland Hall, this year's annual fundraiser for Friends of Friends Medical Support Fund is going virtual due to the coronavirus pandemic. Friends of Friends was founded in 1997 to provide financial medical support for members of our South Whidbey community. Since its inception, the nonprofit has raised and dispersed $1.4 million for our South Whidbey friends. That amount includes nearly $70,000 raised during the past two Mr. South Whidbey pageants. In 2019, Friends of Friends assisted 218 South Whidbey residents, including 14 children. So far in 2020, they have helped 125 residents, with that number increasing rapidly as doctors' offices reopen. Although we won't be holding our annual live fundraising pageant this October, we are featuring 4 of our former Mr. South Whidbey participants, who I chatted with recently at Freeland Park. Let's go meet them now. Okay folks, we're here with Gordon Stewart, who was our wonderful, delightful Mr. South Whidbey 2013. His nickname, and I don't know if he still claims fame to this, is the Grumpy Omnivore. So I also want to tell you that he is the chef and owner of Blueberry Hill.
Gordon's on Blueberry Hill.
Gordon's on Blueberry Hill. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, don't bring out the grumpy or the omnivore.
Okay, I won't. He's not a grumpy omnivore. So, Gordon, I'd like to know, I'm going to pass this mic over to you. What is your ensemble that you're wearing? And did you make your own mask, or where did you get it?
Well, one of my lovely employees' wife, Tracy Buchler, made the mask, Day of the Dead, which is befitting for the grumpy omnivore. I have some lovely socks for the occasion, and chef stripes, and my chef wear, because I'm always running from somewhere, and chicken feathers pulled from my own chickens.
Oh,
I didn't pull them, they left them somewhere.
very authentic.
Yes.
Our next Mr. South Whidbey is Mr. Larry Johnson, who was Mr. South Whidbey 2018.
Yes.
And I'd like to know, you had a funny thing in your bio when you ran for Mr. South Whidbey, because you named your car. I just want to know what you named your car.
We name every appliance. Our toaster is George. Our microwave is Helen. We name everything. And we also give titles to things like We have extended family that aren't blood relatives, but they're aunts and uncles, because titles are very important to me. And so we've just kind of always been like that. So my car's name is Dolores.
Dolores. Okay,
Yes.
Dolores. So Dolores, what is your ensemble? What do you represent and what are you wearing?
Well, I am proudly wearing Webb's Department Store here in Freeland, and I am wearing Kenneth Cole Reaction shoes. I love Kenneth Cole shoes.
And they look fairly new.
They are. I bought them for this event.
And what about your pants?
They are also from Webb's Department Store. 'Cause
Okay,
they shop
shop
local.
locally. And your mask?
My mask was made by my cousin.
Perfect. Okay, Larry, well, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
And thanks for showing up.
You're welcome.
Hey guys! Hello! Let me in!
And now we have Mr. Kevin Lundgren, Mr. South Whidbey 2016. And my favorite little bio piece about you, before we talk about your fashion, is the high school you went to and your mascot. I found that quite intriguing. So just briefly tell us about that.
I am from Frankfort, Indiana, the proud home of the Fighting Hot Dogs.
And you probably drove the Wienermobile.
Actually, Officer Meyer did come to our school every now and then. Yeah.
Who would have thunk? Okay,
Yeah.
you're looking a little like Pirates of Penzance, so describe in moderate detail what you're wearing, and I'm really intrigued by your mask and your little pirate's cap.
Well, my name is Inigo Montoya, if that gets you the pirate reference.
Ooh.
Princess Bride was what I was going for, but you're close. The booties are 30-year-old dyed booties. The sword is not exactly a weapon. It's from Christie's nephew, who's taking martial arts class. And both the hat and the mask were made by my wife in a time of COVID. She is the president of Friends of Friends, and Idle Hands are the Devil's Workshop. And Mary Jane has made over 100 masks for friends, and many of them have given a donation to Friends of Friends.
That's great community spirit, and I love that yours, because you're a big fisher person, that you've got fish all over, but on top you've got the flies, right?
Flies, right?
Right, Lord of the Flies. Okay, great. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, thanks, Sue.
Oh, you can't touch. Mary Jane Lundgren joined the Friends of Friends board in 2011. Now in her third year as president, and under her leadership, a dental fund was added to the medical support fund. It's only fitting, since in her professional life, Dr. Mary Jane is a dentist at Saratoga Dental in Langley. On a personal note, she is married to Kevin Lundgren, who was crowned Mr. South Whidbey in 2016. Welcome, Mary Jane.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Lundgren, president of Friends of Friends Medical Support Fund. In 1996, Lynn Williford put together a simple but brilliant plan to raise money to help our neighbors with their medical and dental bills when they could not afford them. And since then, our community, you, have spent over $1.4 million on those who need it most. Thank you so much. But the requests keep coming in. A recent study showed that about 40% of Americans are avoiding or delaying medical care due to COVID-19 concerns. So please donate so that we can be prepared to help our neighbors when they need us most. On behalf of all those that we help, thank you so much.
One of the highlights of the Mr. South Whidbey pageant is the talent portion of the show. Since the first pageant in 2006, when Randy Hudson was crowned, to last year's pageant won by Lucas Etzel, 88 contestants have entertained audiences at Freeland Hall, with everything from ribbon dancing to ukulele playing. Sorry to say, we don't have a lot of video from those shows, but here's a montage of some of the greatest hits that these brave South Whidbey fellows brought to the stage, all in good fun and all in support of Friends of Friends Medical Support Fund.
Friends are here to stay, and we won't pretend friends till the end. If you need someone to be there for you, we'll be there for you. We'll be there for you when you need
So Gordon, here we are with David, which
Yes.
is our mascot for Mr. South Whidbey, and he's looking he's got his mask on,
Svelte.
he's got his toolkit on,
Yes.
he's looking good. So how has being a Mr. South Whidbey, if you could name the top 2 things that you have taken away from being South Whidbey, what would that be?
I can't focus when there's a rogue boat flying to shore.
No, but there's someone swimming
Oh,
with
okay,
it.
that's good. Wait,
So when you look back at Mr. South Whidbey when you won, I'm sure it was quite exciting. I was just looking at your photograph.
changed my life.
A number of years later, what do you take away from that? What were like the top things that really impressed you about being Mr. South Whidbey?
The community. To be without a joke here, I would say really seeing the community come together and support something that is good and does good. And I think in a time like this when it's harder to do everything, and you think everybody's kind of worried about themselves and within themselves and quarantined in their houses and not able to be social, you forget what a great community we live in. And I say that I've learned the most about who we are as a community and coming together to raise funds for people that don't have as much as we have and that need the help.
And that it sticks with you, doesn't it?
does.
It doesn't go away.
Hey guys, I've been baking during COVID. Let me in.
We're here with Larry Johnson, Mr. South Whidbey 2018. Is that correct?
Yes.
I got the year right. So Larry, we're of course going to have a real live Mr. South Whidbey pageant in 2021. And what advice would you give to the men out there of why they should even consider running for Mr. South Whidbey?
It's a real honor. It's really fun. You get to know a lot more about your community. You certainly get to know a lot more people in your community. Even though I was Mr. South Whidbey 2 years ago, I'm still approached and I'm still asked, do you think they can help with this, or do you think they help with that? And so I'm constantly referring them to the call-in line. I have it on my phone and I say, oh, I'll just text you the call-in. Nothing beats a failure but a try, so just ask, you know.
So once you gave up the crown didn't mean that you were done. You just keep on keep
No.
on ticking.
No, it definitely is not over for me.
That's
I will
great.
always support Friends of Friends.
And very rewarding. Okay, thanks so much, Larry.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with Kevin Lundgren, Mr. South Whidbey 2016. And Kevin, you seem to have a lot of fun all throughout the pageant, like
yeah.
before, during, and after, and still. So what got you motivated? You ended up being Mr. South Whidbey. What was your motivation to raise money? Obviously it was for Friends of Friends, but what got you really fired up about it?
Well, as I recall, I came back, it was a Monday from racquetball. Christy was there along with my wife and the other Friends of Friends board, and they voluntold me. They said, guess what? You're going to run for Mr. South Whidbey. And I'd been dodging it for years. And I decided, why not just jump in?
So it was one of those honeydew things,
Exactly.
a honeydew
Yeah.
thing.
There was no saying no.
No. And now on a more personal level, if
Yeah.
you don't want to talk about this, it's fine.
Okay.
But there is a little talk around town that you actually sleep with the president of the board
I want
of
to
Friends
address
of
that
Friends.
rumor straight on.
Okay, can you please, yeah, because it's been circulating.
Last Sunday was the 40th anniversary of sleeping legally with the president of Friends of Friends.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
I'm not proud of what I've done, and it didn't affect the votes.
No.
As far as I know, but the Russians may have been involved, but let's not talk about that.
No, there was no political, no shenanigans at all. In fact, Was she the president when you won?
Luckily, no, she wasn't.
Okay, then you're off the hook. You're off the hook, Captain. Well, finally, what is the one thing, if you could name one thing, that you take away from being Mr. South Whidbey?
Gordon said it so well. We're just blessed to live in this community, to be sheltering in what is arguably paradise, and to be able to take care of those around us that don't have the gifts of good fortune that we have is something that we just do. It's just kind of who we are.
Right.
And there are so many Lynn Williford organizations that are designed to do that. And Hearts and Hammers, Friends of Friends,
Yeah.
it's set up to form community.
And not to mention, we've got David.
Yeah, we do.
We've got David.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Kevin.
You bet, Sue.
It's great
Thank you.
chatting. Thanks. Well, as they say in the biz, that's a wrap. In the meantime, please send some love to Friends of Friends. It's really easy. Just go to their website at fofmedicalsupportfund.org and donate, big or small. Your support will make a huge difference in so many lives. And mark your calendars for October 3rd, 2021, when we crown a new Mr. South Whidbey at Freeland Hall. Friends of Friends loves you.
Oh no, Mr. South would be canceled. See you in 2021. Ah.
We'll be there for you when you need a friend. We'll be there for you. We'll be there for you when you need a friend. We'll be there for you when you've had enough and it hasn't been your day. We'll be there for you at the end of it all, when everyone's gone home. We'll be there for you. We'll be there for you when you need a friend. We'll be there for you. We'll be there for you when you need a friend. We'll be there for you. Your friends are here to stay, and we won't pretend friends till the